What
So
did
I
you
think I
try
saw
before
Spider-Man.
that? What turned you off?
I think before that I didn't see much. I think I saw the first Captain America movie, which at the time I wasn't a huge fan of.
It's been a while
Upon
since I've
my
seen it, but it was alright.
Yeah, after because I think about a year and a half ago I did a watch through of the entire MCU because why not? I think I enjoyed it more, just getting all the context, uh, to the movie and seeing that okay, this is basically just an
Yeah.
intro almost to the rest of the series. So I enjoyed it more in a rewatch, but after seeing it the first time, I didn't really like it. I think I might have seen parts of the original Thor, parts of Iron Man 2, but like nothing substantial.
Yeah. Well, you just say parts of Iron Man 2.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a highlight of the MCU right there.
Say what you will, it's better than Iron Man 3. It's also better than Thor 2.
I remember not really liking the Thor movies, but well, besides Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok was good.
I was
But,
surprised I enjoyed Ragnarok.
Anyway.
Iron Man 3, I don't. Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3, I didn't really like. Well, yeah, I would say Iron Man 2, but I enjoyed more than
See,
the third one.
the Iron Man movies have this interesting problem
This is
where
cut, by the
the
way.
protagonist is Iron Man and the antagonist is also Iron Man.
And which one?
All of them.
Oh, yeah. Because of Tony Stark's ego.
Yeah. And then that even bled over into the Spider-Man movies, specifically Far From Home, the second one, where the whole thing was basically this guy was mad at Tony Stark and now it's Spider-Man's problem.
There was a meme I saw. It was like, it showed like all the like all the like Spider-Man villains from like the newer ones. It basically just said like, we're all mad at Tony Stark and now we're just gonna commit mass murder. Which has happened quite a few times.
Yeah. Because I mean, basically, if you watch Far From Home, Mysterio's motivation is the exact same
It
motivation
is, yeah.
as the bad guy from Iron Man 3.
We are getting so far off track already. Good job.
It's only been 5 minutes.
But anyway, getting back to, it is honestly, if you go through his filmography, it is actually ridiculous the number of movies he's been in.
Hold on, I need to see this man's filmography. Give me a second.
And most of them are probably movies you've never heard of, but it's like...
Ooh, it's one of those that has its own separate Wikipedia page. Oh my god. It just keeps going.
I think I read somewhere it was like over 400 movies or something, but I don't know the exact amount.
That's so many. And he's still acting. He's not done yet.
His IMDb page lists 657 acting credits.
He was in the Asylum film Ape vs. Monster, which is a Godzilla vs. Kong ripoff.
I think, yeah. Next podcast idea, review every Eric Roberts movie.
Next podcast idea, review every Asylum movie.
We'll just have a podcast called Eric Roberts Under Constant Critique.
Alternatively, the Roger Corman special.
Oh lord. Roger Corman. Roger Corman's also made a ridiculous number of movies.
Yeah. And actually, this scene was even parodied in a game. I might have told you about this before. It's just this insane game called Retro City Rampage. Where basically in the scene you play as like one of the members doing a very similar bank heist at the very beginning. And I think you are the bus driver in that mission.
Huh.
Then it all goes quickly downhill after that, and then time travel stuff happens, so it goes very far off topic, but...
There's no time travel in The Dark Knight. There is
that
in...
is for the best.
There is time travel in some other Christopher Nolan movies.
There's even time travel in other Batman movies, like Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That's right. Or in wasn't there like a time travel scene in Batman and Robin where Mr. Freeze goes back in time and freezes everybody?
I don't remember that one.
That's because that's because I pulled that out of my ass.
There was time travel in Superman.
Yep. He spins around the earth, and
I'm still not over that ending. I'm still upset by it.
Okay, but we are getting way off track. So
now I will say this. I absolutely, love the scene in this movie. But the new Batman film that came out, The Batman, basically has a scene that copies this one for one.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. There's only a very slight difference. So the Riddler instead in this one kidnapped, I think, the chief of police in Gotham and put him in some sort of weird saw trap that included rats that we didn't get to see all of. But it's essentially... Yeah. But it's essentially the same scene of someone with shaky cam torturing and terrifying a victim whose body they then put on display for everyone to see.
Because that's basically what they were going for with at least from what I've heard, I haven't seen it, was they were trying to make the Riddler like more of a serial killer.
Yeah, because in that movie, the Riddler... There's no better way to put it. They basically make the Riddler into a 4chan user. And so that's like one of the things that they do. It's like an online video that he uploads. You eventually find out that he has like a following of like 500 people on like a dark web YouTube, essentially.
I also read somewhere that they were trying to base him a bit off like the Zodiac Killer or something, but yeah.
And I'll definitely say the more Zodiac-ish scenes I think work a lot better with Riddler. But the weird pseudo-Joker tape scene felt kind of out of place and a bit forced. Like they were just trying to recreate this scene.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, it works so well in The Dark Knight, let's do it again.
Yeah.
But anyway, in this movie...
Yep. And the Joker...
It's kind of like
sorry.
In The Hateful Eight, when Kurt Russell smashes the guitar that was like an antique from that time period.
God damn it, Kurt Russell. Whose guitar was it?
Some museum owned it, but in the movie it was the woman that he was taking in.
Anyway.
Is it Bounty? Yeah.
I feel like every time we do one of these podcasts, you have to throw in a Tarantino reference.
I didn't watch all 9 movies in a row for nothing.
Anyway. Jeremy Irons was pretty good as Alfred. That's like the one, like, I'm trying to think, how could you screw up Alfred? I guess by making him a villain or something.
Yeah. Alfred was the Joker all along.
Making him really drunk and abusive or something.
I actually think that might have been... Yeah, there was like this weird comic. I forget the entire premise of it. I think it's like Batman dies or something. And there's this funeral. And like the whole thing, like at the end of the comic, it's obviously supposed to be like kind of a joke comic. But the whole thing was apparently Alfred felt so bad for Batman that he kept hiring different people to act as supervillains. So he encouraged Batman to go out and stop him. So, like, he hired, like, the Penguin and the Riddler, but he realized that wasn't enough and that Batman needed a nemesis. So he created the character of the Joker and dressed up like him to give Batman a purpose. It's one of the weirdest comics. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
So basically, the solution of the mystery is the butler did it.
Yeah.
I was gonna laugh if you said that Alfred decided after Bruce died to become Batman himself.
There's probably some comic that does that.
Probably, yeah.
Also, completely off topic.
Oh my
Just
god.
like 100% off topic. There's this game called Persona 5 where the main character goes by the code name Joker. And the whole like premise of the game is society is rotten, so he's fighting against the system.
That's kind of, yeah, like this a little bit.
He assassinates the leader of a corporation at one point.
I guess in this movie he's trying to tear down the system.
Yeah.
Like himself, he's trying to show that there is no system.
Yeah.
Essentially,
That's just a fun little tidbit that I thought I'd mention. That there's a game about Joker who hates society and is fighting against it. That isn't Batman.
I am such a freak. Society is bad. You drink water, I drink anarchy.
We're still like only 2/3 of the way through the movie. This is actually one of the scenes that people have theorized on for an actual backstory for the Joker. I don't personally believe it. I think the evidence is pretty weak. But one of the examples that he gives...
Is this the one where he's like supposedly like some kind of like Secret Service agent or like...
Kind of. Because in his speech he says...
military or something?
Yeah. Yeah, like a truckload of soldiers blows up and no one bats an eye because it's all part of the plan. And so people are like, well, that's a specific enough example that might have been what happened.
That's too flimsy of evidence.
Yeah, it's a single throwaway line that people are spinning into the whole backstory.
Although, I guess there is him using bazookas and stuff, and like throughout the movie, you'd have to be like very special operatives, I guess, to operate things like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're just crazy enough and you just steal everything and just learn how to do it on your own. Like he does. Because who knows where the hell this guy came from. It's a good thing Batman isn't evil, otherwise if this fell into the wrong hands. Can you imagine what would happen?
Yeah.
Oh wait, we already saw how that happened. The NSA. But anyway... Who's probably listening to this, for all we know. Might have to edit that. God damn it. Acting like a wild animal, just going off of instincts.
Yeah.
I guess. Just whatever weird impulse. Like, what is it in the Freud? Is it the id or something?
I think so. I think it is the id. And the only reason why I say that with any sort of confidence is because I watched Forbidden Planet in high school. And the bad guy was the id.
That's a great movie right there, Forbidden.
It is fantastic.
Leslie Nielsen's in that. I also read somewhere it was supposed to be adaptation, like kind of this pseudo adaptation of Shakespeare's The Tempest a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's getting off topic, but yeah, I guess in this movie, getting back to topic, the Joker in this, I guess, is the id, just unfiltered, just chaos,
Yeah.
Which is kind of what the Tim Burton ones were like too, where the villains tend to overshadow Batman.
I see, especially with the two Joel Schumacher films. I can't tell you a single thing that Bruce Wayne did in either of those movies.
But yeah, Val Kilmer was okay, I thought.
Yeah, like they were okay at being Batman and Bruce Wayne, but like
George Clooney
I don't
was
remember.
Terrible, but
Yeah. I don't remember either like Batman performance.
I thought Val Kilmer was a better Bruce Wayne than he was a Batman. He was just kind of goofy as Batman. But
actually, I don't even remember what Val Kilmer looks like. Give me a second.
Oh my god. You haven't seen The Ghost in the Darkness?
No, I have not.
Or Island of Dr. Moreau?
Oh, that's what he looked like. Okay.
Island of Dr. Moreau. Oh god, that movie. You really should read up some of the like trivia behind that movie at some point. You'll get to learn a little more about Marlon Brando if you do that.
Oh, good. My favorite man.
Oh man. But I think I also like how the news station is called GCN.
Yeah.
This is
GCN. I guess Two-Face is kind of an anti-hero a little bit. Because he's got the 50-50 thing going on.
Yeah. I say he starts off as an anti-hero, but I think at the
he
point
becomes a
where
villain
he...
by the end.
Yeah, when he
And
kidnaps
again,
Gordon's son.
It's a callback to that one line they mentioned earlier in the movie where he says,
You die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
just his entire arc, yeah.
Which happens over the course of a few days after saying that line.
Yeah. Poor guy. His entire life is just destroyed. And that's another thing. He's like a really successful attorney. How is he gonna go back to that when his face is that fucked up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually thinking about the Joaquin Phoenix Joker a little bit and how difficult it would actually be to have a Batman movie where he's the villain. Because we've seen his backstory and it kind of paints him as this tragic figure and not exactly as someone you just want to watch Batman beat the shit out of.
Batman has a tragic backstory, to be fair.
Yeah. Alright, I'm recording again.
Okay.
It sounds like ever since Heath Ledger's Joker performance, a lot of the Batman villains, like their actors, try to do this.
Kind of, yeah.
Because Jared Leto did that whole insane thing where he mailed co-stars like dead rats and used condoms.
Yeah,
and then...
it seemed like Leto was trying to go for like a street punk kind of look, too.
Yeah.
Which just didn't work.
And then the actor for the Riddler in the new one.
Paul Dano.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. It's just like a really stupid headline. It was something like he abstained from sex for 2 weeks to get into the mindset of the character.
What? I don't understand how that... I don't know how that helps.